How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have more Braves franchise here as we take on the Los Angeles Angels all the way out in Anaheim. Now, as you can maybe see, it says that the Angels are 2-9 and we're 7-4. Well, what happened to Game 1? Well, I had some technical difficulties and didn't record half of Game 1. So I'm doing the intro with a screen capture of the main menu before Game 2 starts. And we did in fact win Game 1, and we scored a bunch of runs in Game 1. And then that's the part that I didn't record. So you'll have to take my word for it. We did win Game 1. Chris Sale was electric. He struck out 13 in a complete game. Not shutout. Travis d'Arnaud did hit a home run, but we did win that ball game. So we're just gonna jump in to games 2 and 3 for a quicker video. Probably not going to be nearly as long as my other ones due to the technical difficulties. So games 2 and 3, we're gonna try to win the series after a dominant performance from Chris Sale. You'll see Spencer Schwellenbach and Hurston Waldrop as we try to see if Hurston can bounce back and make a good start. He struggled mightily, so that's what we have to look forward to, and let's get into the action. Really quickly, before we jump into this game, I totally forgot, but I had a commenter ask to see our depth at shortstop, to see who we got waiting in the wings while with Ha-Seong Kim on a short-term deal. So we're going to go and take a look at that. So the first one is, of course, we'll skip past Kyle Farmer, but Nacho Alvarez Jr., who is up right now, and he has C potential, and he's probably the most major league ready if if Kim gets hurt or something. And like I said, he's up right now. He's not really hitting right now, but he and Farmer are both kind of the two that I would call on. Alvarez has pretty good contact versus right, as well as decent vision, okay fielding, not the best, pretty good durability, but who doesn't, a decently strong or accurate arm, not necessarily strong arm, but he's very, like all of our shortstops, I mean, he's just very average, and he would be fine. Maybe he's more as a second baseman in the future, who knows, but he's not too bad. We have Jim Jarvis as well, and a bit of the same thing. Good defensively, he has a better arm than Alvarez, but he does not hit. Very mediocre hitting attributes. But there you see his 13 games stats. Luke Waddell, good old Waddles, 3 RBIs and for a 300 clip in Double-A. Pretty decent vision, pretty decent fielding, pretty decent arm, not much else. Are you noticing a trend? Luke Williams as well. Is there Tate Southside is probably the best other prospect we have at 18 or 19 years old. If his bat can develop, he's already got great tools defensively with those decent fielding attributes, decent arm, and decent speed. So him and Alvarez are really the two guys to be looking at. Alex Lodice down there in Single-A, and again, just all of our shortstops can field, basically, but no one can really hit. So Ha-Seong Kim is really the only one that can hit, so that's kind of what we have to look forward to. So those are our shortstops. Now, let's get into the action. All right, games 2 and 3. Waldrop will be on the mound. Game 1 versus former top prospect Grayson Rodriguez. He was big for the Orioles back in the day, but he really struggled with injuries and got traded to LA. I feel like this could be a steal for the Angels if he could get it together and stay healthy, but this is where veterans go to die, I guess. I don't know. in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's worse to be on the Angels than, say, the White Sox or the Marlins or the Rockies. I just feel like the Angels are just abysmal. But anyways, Rodriguez takes the mound and gets Acuna to swing through the high fastball, and he's quickly ahead. And gets him to chase once again. Picks up the strikeout. Drake Baldwin now up with 2 out in the first. Rodriguez ahead, or count even 2-2. Gets him swinging, and that would just be 2 of his 12 strikeouts in this outing. So Grayson Rodriguez looking sharp early on. Waldrop really struggled against Oakland. And I figured, let's throw him a bone against the Angels. You know, not a great team. They just got their first win Sunday against the Mariners in the game in extra innings. But Shenuel leads the game off with a double. Moves over to third with 2 men out for Logan O'Hoppe. Last night had a 1-for-4 game. And he's going to get the Angels on the board, as that is going to be off the wall. No, it's gone, actually. A wall scraper from Logan O'Hoppe. He's got some pop, his first of the season. And the Angels are quickly up 2-0 in Game 2. O'Hoppe's had a nice little career out here in Anaheim, so he gives the Angels a 2-0 lead. Ozzie Albies puts a charge into this one. Adele on his horse looks up, it's gone! Ozzie with a bombsy. I haven't said that in a while. It feels good to say. And that's his second home run of the season. Just a solo shot, but it cuts this deficit in half. 2-1 Angels. We go to the bottom of the second now. Christian Moore. And he is gonna get that one past Yastrzemski. Eli White is in center field today, and Moore is gonna lead off the half inning with a stand-up double. 1-2 to Peraza. And that's gonna fall. Waldrop is not doing himself any favors, as Moore will score. It's 3-1. Matt Olson yanks that to right, and it is out of here. Matt Olson has been our best hitter so far this season. He has propelled this team offensively, and he does it once again with another solo shot, his 4th in this very young season. And it is another run, 4-2. So 2 innings for Hurston, and 5 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and a K. Not really what you'd like to see, but he was able to settle down just a little bit, at least through the second and the 3rd inning. And that's going to be off the wall. Profar has kind of cooled off since his hot start to the season, but he gets a double. I am a firm believer that, you know, when you play 13 straight games, baseball gets a little tiring towards the end. So you can't necessarily rule the Angels out as a team that's just going to roll over and let the Braves walk all over them. You know, this is their 12th straight ball game. Ozzie goes down looking. He can't believe it. 1 out, 2 on. Kim goes down swinging. More punchies for Rodriguez, and it's going to be up to Kyle Farmer. He has also cooled off significantly. He's going to ground out to 3rd in the inning. So the Braves fail to score. It's 3-2. Bottom 5 now. And Waldrop's still out there. A good sign, as he's kept the Braves in this game. But the leadoff man will reach. And more traffic on the base paths for him. Mike Trout with 2 on and nobody out. And that is up the middle. 1 run will score. And it is a 4-2 ball game. O'Hoppe takes a ball, or a strike, 0-1. O'Hoppe to right. Does he do it again? Gone! Again, just a wall scraper. 352 out to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game and of the year. And he breaks this one wide open for the Angels. And it is 6-2. all the Angels would need. Like I said earlier, Grayson Rodriguez looked quite good. 12 punch-outs, and Waldrop gives up 5. He gets the loss as the Angels take the second game of this series, and we're split 1 apiece. So, with that being said, I decided, okay, Waldrop, like, let's get you down to AAA, let you make some starts, fine-tune those mechanics, you know, and just see what you do down there. First injury, he's going to be the man to get the call, but this just shows me, okay, he needs some time, you know. He's 78 overall, but clearly just something isn't clicking. So I sent him down, and I brought up Joe Jimenez. He's not hurt. I know in real life he is, but he's not hurt, and I needed to call someone up, so I did. So we have Joey Wentz, but he's our new long man. Jimenez will stay in that long reliever spot, but obviously if I'm playing every game, I'll manage it appropriately. But anyways, Braves trying to get the series. Schwelly on the mound, 1-1, 4.50 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. Would like to lower that a little bit. 4% walk rate, 32% strikeout rate, and 16 strikeouts in 2 games. Not bad at all. But he, like the rest of our pitchers, can kind of get hit hard a little bit. So we're trying to get out of Anaheim with a series win. Nolan Chanuel climbs in. Fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1 is hit into left field, and that will be the first out. Tried to go the other way. Couldn't do much with it. Yohan Moncada, I forget he's still around. And he says, hey, don't forget about me. I can still hit the ball. And that is gone. Y'all, even Travis d'Arnaud hit a home run in game 1. So, I mean, these Angels, man, you know. Third home run of the season for Moncada. And the Angels quickly jump out to a 1-0 lead. Here is Mitch Ferris on the mound. He, like so many of his Angels pitchers, really struggling as they came into this game 3-9. Walks Ozzie, and it wasn't even close. 1 on, 1 out for Matt Olson. Olson splits the gap, and that will tie this ball game up as Ozzie is going to come around to score. Ozzie and Olson, man, they have been great to start the season. Olson helps propel the Braves into MLB's league leading team in doubles with his 5th of the season. Acuna grounds it up the middle. That will find some grass. Trout playing him pretty deep, and that's going to allow Matt Olson to score, and the Braves take a 2-1 lead. Nice to see from your 1, 2, and 3. Shadowell gets hit in the elbow for his second time up, and that's got to hurt. And that is going to bring up Moncada once again. Moncada to center. And that will split the outfielders. Eli White will come in and play it off the wall as it rolls and rolls and rolls. And that ties the game. Moncada driving in 2 of both Angels' runs. The right fielder, Joe Adell, 0 for 1. 2 out, 1 on. And Adell turns on this fastball, and that is going to be into the rocks. Or just outside of the rocks in center field. Oh, the ball is flying in Anaheim. 2 homers for Adell, and it is 4-2. Once again, the Angels just crushing the ball lately. And the Braves offense really struggling. Acuna with his second base hit of the afternoon. Trying to figure out this lineup as well. You know, see what works, what doesn't work. Provar has been a guy who I've watched just kind of really struggle this road series, it seems. As that average has fallen to 254. Acuna gets his 6th stolen base already on the young season. And Profar makes weak contact and flies out to left. Acuna can't tag with that. But he will move over to third for Drake Baldwin. And Baldwin hits it into left field, going the other way. So the Braves don't add a run because the throw gets in quickly and Acuna had to hold. Runners at the corners for Ha-Sung Kim. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. This is all coming off of Chase Silbeth.
Ball, that's out.
So I'm guessing Mitch Ferris, because he hadn't made any starts, so I'm guessing it was a bullpen game, or it is a bullpen game for the Angels. Braves will head back home to face Cleveland in Miami. Fly out to Adele in right field. That'll score the run. And the Braves are within 1.
Ball, that's too high.
That's going to be a stolen base. And Logan O'Hoppy's someone you don't really want to give him something to hit. Josh Lowe gets his 3rd of the season. And that makes sense. O'Hoppy had 2 home runs last night. Let's just walk them. 2 on. 2 out for Jorge Soler, former Brave. And that's a high strike. Solar power. And Jorge Soler has that light tower solar power. And he blows it open for the Angels, not the Braves, for the Angels. His 4th of this young season. 3-run bomb. Okay, nice duo there of O'Hoppy and Soler. It's 7-3. Joe Jimenez is going to come in for his first appearance of the young season. He has had some injury troubles, and Mike Trout is going to welcome him brutally with a leadoff double. Didn't see Mike Trout in Game 1. He didn't play. Game 2, he was quiet, but Game 3, he gets in on the action. Here is Yoan Moncada. He drove in the first 2 runs for the Angels. And he fouls the first pitch off from Jimenez. Quickly behind 0-2 as that breaking ball gets in there for a strike. Beautifully placed change. And filthy fastball coming in high. Good pitch mix from Jimenez, and that's the first out. Joe Adele had a home run in the 3rd inning against Schwellenbach. And he's got a runner on second. A fastball ahead, 0-1. That's a ball that Jimenez is lucky to get back. Fouled into the seats, 0-2. Barely gets a piece of that fastball. I don't know how you get a piece of that. That was like all the way near his, near Baldwin's like foot. Slider gets him swinging, and that's quickly 2 men down on 2 strikeouts for Jimenez. Trout still at second. Zach Neto with 2 out now. Slider away, doesn't get him to bite. He does get a piece of this slider and fouls it off. Pretty good wood for a pitch that far out of the zone.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Jimenez seems to be working them away. 3 straight sliders. 2-1 hitters count. 3-1 changeup misses low. Josh Lowe on deck. 400 average with 420 average with runners in scoring position. And it's a full count. Neto, high, deep, left field, and gone. Y'all, are these like little league fences in Anaheim? I don't play in Anaheim all that much. But I mean, these are the shortest fences. Neto continues to pour it on. Another home run given up by Braves pitching. I feel like we've given up so many this series, and it's 9-3. So, not much doing here for the Braves. Jimenez gets a couple of punch-outs, but also gives up a couple of runs. And the Angels take 2 out of 3 against Atlanta. What do you know? The Braves losing to bad teams. That's just how we do it, the Braves way. And in the next video, we will head back home to face a struggling Guardians team. April has been very hit or miss for us this so far this season, which is usually to be expected, but we'll see if they can turn it around. with that being said, guys, I know it was just 2 games. I apologize for that lost footage for game 1, but I do hope you did enjoy watching our pitching get absolutely wrecked. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as I post videos as often as I can. And with all that being said, y'all take care, and I will catch you guys in the next one.